It's Vergil. In this one, we're going to be doing a top meta PvP list here on Dragon Ball Legends. I did just drop a top 10 list about a week or so ago, but since then, we got the introduction of a new LF and a new 1% sparking unit. So I thought I'd give you guys like a mini update with a twist here. I haven't actually done the list format in a very long time. So let me know how you guys do enjoy that, because it's a bit more fun than anything here. Although we are still talking about the top units in the game. It's a top 25 list without it really being in a top 25 order, because we're doing 5 of the best units of each color, so they can be in or out of the arguable top 25. You guys more curious to see the number 1 through 10, 15 rankings? Like I said, go check out the previous list, but we got some new characters and we'll be slapping and actually talking about number rankings in this video as well. It's going to be all rounded out list, but in this format. So before we do dive in, make sure to drop a like in the video, subscribe if you guys are new, because I do upload every single day with Legends content. Without further ado, I do think every single color has some significant value in this meta. Like always, there's just some top colors out of the rest of them, green being the best color in the game simply for the fact that there is the most top options for green right now. The best unit in the game has 2 greens on the team if we're talking about standard mode, and then even then there's, like I said, just more options for green than anything else in the top meta sense. We'll say yellow's around number 2 contender because it has the best arguable unit in the game as a yellow. Red is doing really solid right now with the introduction of the new Zamasu. Purple's making a miraculous comeback because of how powerful green has gotten. It was previously the worst when yellow was number 1 dominating, and then blue, I would argue, still in last place, although it's not like it's completely useless, because they blues can still hold it down with how powerful reds have gotten. So every color has some significant value in this meta. I think I am going to be starting out the top with the red. The number 1 red in the game right now, in my current opinion, just overall, is going to be the Zamasu. He has definitely been a little bit underrated from everything that I have seen. I've seen a lot of appreciation for him. He just has some really solid contenders for that number 1 spot, whether that's a Goku or even Gotenks. And now Super Trunks has been released, and people are arguing him best red in the game. I don't even see him as a top 10 character. Not bad from what I've seen, but definitely not crazy utility, crazy overall team value like some of these other options. But Zamasu specifically, like I said, he fits on the best arguable team in the game, which I do have it as this. I'm going to be slapping these 2 guys up there. I'm going to drag them all the way up. Green, green, red in standard mode, and you could actually make a proud team out of the comps as well. But this team right here, very oppressive setup here. The cancellation buff effects, insane utility. Obviously, Zamasu individually has some really great offensive prowess. And then once you swap into that disrupt gauge, you can get some value defensively. A lot of healing with the green cards. And just overall, he's missing a couple of things like the second life, the cancel buffs, but his team really does make up for it. And if it's not this setup, right, God Key's doing really well, Future's doing really well. Even powerful opponents is semi-existing in a top meta sense with Goku Black, Turles. A couple of other options do exist. I will still give the, the advantageous to him just simply having the best partners, best team in the game right now. I do think him on Future as well could do really insane work with Future, Gohan, and Trunks, who have also been insanely slandered. Insane damage, really good Vanish Restore, very offensive character. And I think from the perspective of him not being the best would just be like a passive player kind of thing. You're not going to get the most value from sitting in the back, floating, waiting for your opponent to make plays. He's a very on-the-go kind of character, really good cover nullification, snowball damage, and etc, etc. I do think he can be argued with the second red that I'm going to add on this list, but overall, he doesn't need a support character to look insane, and he's a lot more versatile than the rest of his cast. I didn't even mention Fusion Warriors. There's a lot of fusions running around as well, but this guy alone, slap him on any team. He doesn't need anybody to look good. He can just look good on his own, which is his main feat, in my opinion. If we're talking about the second red that I'm going to be thinking about, Goku, he needs the Tamagami bot to look the best in the game, and it's just simple as that. Very limited, very simply that, very limited here. Second, yellow. We do have the best unit in the game still, I do believe, ever since the release of this character. The fact of his kill switch special beam cannon is just a deal breaker for me. I think there's another arguable best character in the game right now, being the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, with just being immune to a ton of things, insane combo potential with the green card. I'm not trying to talk about Super Saiyan 3 right away, but yeah, Beast Gohan has a contender fighting against the spot that he's currently in. But I still think Beast Gohan comes out victorious because there's no other unit in the game with as much field control as this character, right? So the gauge is completely overlooked. It's not something that's constantly being activated in the game like Majin Vegeta's with the auto gauge. However, it is there sitting in the back, waiting to be used against Rising Rush, against Ultimate. So it's not you know, players are definitely having to play around that fact because you're going to be taking immense damage. And, you know, personally, I would actually like to burn off the gauge. There's a couple of characters that are actually able to bypass that ability as well, but the majority of the cast cannot bypass it. So it's a serious protector in the background of games. A solid disrupt, really crazy combo. The highest probably damage potential, just overall. He's got some great benches, great team options, whether that's hybrids, movies, even Sun Family setups. I have him on lead with a ton of other Sun Family members. He doesn't have it on the Z ability, but like I said, you just leader slot him. He's still able to utilize the same equipment. And then his biggest asset will be the special beam cannon. So pretty much you could just control when you want to kill a character. Doesn't matter if they have endurance. Really, you know, obviously the stars are going to play a factor, and I don't think people truly realize this. He literally can kill any character at any given time, and that's the greatest thing in the game. Like, he has the kill switch, and it's as simple as it sounds. Obviously, AoE ultimate's really cool as well. It's not deeper than that. There's no other unit that you can just pick when you want to kill a unit. You click 1 or 2 cards, drop combo, whatever the case is, you can kind of feel it out, snipe any unit in the game, as long as he doesn't have like a comeback, indestructible. Whether I think the Gohan trunks are purple first, so we're gonna actually give it to them since they're purples on the left side of the character right there. Yeah, I mean, they could be argued the best blue unit in the game as well, but I'm gonna say best purple unit in the game currently. They do start out blue, don't they, though? So I'm gonna put them on the blue tier. You know, since we're already talking about them, I do think they're a top 5 candidate character in the game right now. Very versatile, whether you want to build them striker blast oriented, having insane defensive equipment options. The team options are endless as well. Sun Family, Vegeta Clan are on top, Future's on top, Hybrid Saiyans is on top, the tag switch, infinite combo potential, really great pre-revival, pre-transformation. You know, obviously amazing post that as well. But overall utility, team value is just second to none. Crazy sustain, healing, and then, like I said, versatile to the max. I don't think there's any other character or top character that's as versatile as this. Whatever you want them to do, they're capable of doing that. So really great character. The green unit I'm going to have at the top is pretty easy. I was talking about him previously, and it's going to be the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Arguable best unit in the game. Don't have him there because I have Beast Gohan there. Try to get Mixie with the Beast Gohan explanation. It's Special Beam Cannon. Special Beam Cannon. It's kill switch character. It's not deeper than that. You know, the faster you get beat up, the faster your kill switch activates. And even if you're cooking the entire game, your kill switch will be ready at some given point in the game. And seeing a thing where he's like a glass cannon and whatnot, he's an offensive character. So you have the stars on him. He's going to be fine for a little while. He's got a calm disrupt, whatnot. But yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, insane combo extender. Pretty decent utility. You're able to nullify endurance for 10 seconds on entry. Post the Super Saiyan 3 transformation, obviously. But the green card, click cards, really easy character to use. And he is insanely powerful. So self-explanatory stuff right there. Purple unit, we are going to be throwing down the new IT Goku. I do think he is the best purple unit out right now. I don't know if this is even like, who would be the second best purple? Like, what is he? Is he in a matchup with the Tamagami bot? Yeah, purple is down bad. Wow, from here it's going to get really interesting because I have not thought about this list whatsoever. So raw thoughts here. This guy just on all the top comps, whether it's like Sun Family Saiyans, he can partner up with pretty much everyone here to some degree. Maybe not Zom. It'd get a little bit weird with Zom, but yeah, these guys. AoE green card, Vanish Restore, and then obviously the snipe. Those are his 3 main things. He's not insane. Like, he can do solid damage, but defenses are abysmal. He has a disrupt, and that's really it. He's meant to be the annoying third wheel support character. He also provides death buffs. He provides support, I think, before that as well. Just he fits on Sun Family, which is one of the strongest teams, and then he can mix up well with some of these hybrid Saiyans that are having overlapping tags. So great color to counter the best color in the game, which is green. The lock and snipe is kind of huge. Like I said, he does support as well. So overall, pretty solid. You know, best purple in the game. We are going to go back to the red there. We are going to move over Daimaku to second best red. I was talking about this when I was talking about the red units. He is capable of looking like the best red unit in the game when he's with the Tamagami number 3. Even without him, obviously this unit is still insane. Really good entry cover null, cancel buffs, he gets endurance, sniping capabilities with the blue card, but he's really looking his best when he's paired alongside the Tamagami bot, which is not very limited. You don't really want to be running, it's not that you don't want to be running it, it's just that there's not too much team diversity with this character, right? When you rank and rate characters, you're looking at how many top options, how many partners you're running, whereas Zamasu has that much more versatility on teams, more prowess alone without dependency on other units, whereas Daimaku, you want to run him with the bot, you probably want to slap Super Saiyan 3 or God Goku as the third option, and that's the build. There's a couple other options. I mean, Daimaku, you can slap on a Pure Sun Fam, he's not going to be cooking as much as Zamasu would individually. It's simple as that. Very dependent character. However, his utility, and he's still one of the top units in the game, would have him above a lot of others that you wouldn't think I'd have him above over. So like Majin Vegeta, you've seen my list, then you know I respect Daimaku very, very much. You know, the anti-AoE, he does have that one time, which is going to come in handy. The lock-ins, the green utility where you're able to nullify endurance, all that jazz. Really crazy units. Moving over to the yellow, I think that's really, really easy here. We do have Majin Vegeta, who somehow I've seen is still like arguable best unit for a lot of people. I just find it really funny. I know he's like a handhold, toxic, brain dead character, but it's the same thing when you have like a unit that was king. People are just afraid to let him go and accept the fact that there's other meta, top meta options that are just more versatile, more consistent right now, and more effective with everything that's going on. So obviously I do agree that Majin Vegeta is undoubtedly, I think you're going to get the wrong idea of me talking down on this unit, but that's because he is oversaturated, overglazed. He's a fantastic character, but guess what's really easy to bypass? You do want to burn through his gauges, still insane, and that's really it, his gauges and AoE green cards. He does have endurance, he does have cancel buff effects. Beast Gohan easily eliminates him. IT Goku, you know, gets rid of his gauge whilst, you know, locking those blue cards, so you can't use the blue cards with Majin Vegeta. There's a ton of characters that have anti-AoE green, so this guy does, Daimaku does, Godku does, you name it. A lot of reds right now, so Zamasu specifically being a threat, like he's in 2 to 3 cards, you're already depleting the majority of the first life from Majin Vegeta, and yeah, so on and so forth. There's so many characters, and then, you know, the cancel buff effects, the second lives, let's not to mention, you're not killing this character, he's a second life. The cancel buff effects, the majority of the time, you're not sniping any of these characters. The gauge, so you can't even pop the, you know, the beast gauge unless you want to waste the ultimate. I've had a lot of moments where none of these are actually in play. You have like a unit like Zamasu gets green carded, Majin Vegeta is going type neutral, power creep is a real thing, you're already seeing overall less damage from him, so he's just not hitting the same as he previously was when he was the king of the game. So still the best, but I did just talk and downplay him to the max because he is being countered to a maximum degree, right? Too many second lives, cancel buffs, gauge options, counter, the lock of the blue card, you name it. Majin Vegeta is an anomaly that just exists to spam green cards, maybe get lucky to snipe a character and do AoE damage. So great yellow, but hear me out, he's not the arguable best unit in the game. I'm having, bro, like top 6, 7, 8 right now, so that's just how it is. Purples, we're going along with adding Tamagami to one of second best purple in the game. Is that true? Am I like, there's gotta be someone I'm missing right now. Is purple really that bad? Dude, purples were down abysmal. I mean, we do have Ultimate Gohan, but I probably will still say that Tamagami is the best purple right now because he does pair alongside Daimaku, and this duo is like one of the best duos in the game with the support nature, the color roll dynamic, right? Purple being really good to counter the best color, red, the other best color. So this duo is insane against some of the best teams in the game right now. Really easy counter, and then it, as said, he makes Daimaku one-shot snipe, kill pretty much anything. He doesn't even need to be a yellow character. So imagine the yellow character is just completely depleting, but that's really what he does. He's just a great role for one of the best units in the game. Alone, he's pretty good. He has some decent utility value, very good tank, solid damage dealing option. And really self-explanatory, just a support character, but is still one of, if not the best I don't think I would argue him over the IT Goku. It's just how it is. Second best green in the game. I think you guys know where I'm finna go with this one. It is not Vegito, believe it or not. We do have the resurgence of God Goku. When I say resurgence, it's not like he was really great on drop. It's just how it was. He got done really dirty, but dude, I am glad I got his Z power. I'm glad I invested in him because he's 14 stars for me, and he's literally so good. He's so good. He's immune to so many things. Solid damage potential. The ultimate hits very hard. AoE green cards are absolute cancer. So the fact that he has that's crazy. Anti-AoE for the one time. The cancel buffs, the endurance, the team dynamics, the option, the best team in the game, which I believe it to be this in standard mode. I'm running it. It's just free wins. So yeah, I mean, self-explanatory stuff. Really versatile as well, whether you want to run him with Beast Gohan on movies or Sun Family, whether you want to run him on God Key, whether you want to run him on pretty much it, right? God Key, movies, Sun Family. It's just how it is. So we're gonna move on to blue. Best other blue in the game right now. I'd probably go with Turtle Man. From what I'm seeing, I feel like there's going to be some hidden ones that are up here because of the Zenkai. Would I argue that Ultra Gogeta or Sword of Hope is above Turles? I don't think so. I really do not think so. I'm looking at my other options here just in case I don't want to forget anybody. Definitely not fusing Vegito. So yeah, it's between these guys right here, and I will have to say Turles does take the cake. I'm actually arguing, see, it looks like he's very high on this list, but I don't think I'd have bro in my top 10, maybe right side outside of the 10 because of how bad blues are taking a hit from the green characters right now. Really easy to bypass his first life. Still a great tank, really great options. Obviously you can have the #1 unit in the game paired alongside him. He's going to wall off the insanely dominant red units right now. He has a role in the meta, but he wasn't as dominant as he once was. So when he revives, you got that comeback mechanic, able to make a play off that. Solid utility, type neutral, dominance. He has taken a dip. He's definitely taken a dip, and I'm sure you guys have noticed that. Just simply a color thing, 1 + 1 = 2. Greens are good. Blues have taken a step back to a decent degree. And him, he really just has one team. You can argue powerful opponents with Zamasu, but I would never run a PO setup in the meta right now because there's just better options, right? If you guys are running PO, that's fine. Zamasu exists, Goku Black exists, Turles, it's a couple others, but it's mainly just movies with Godku and Beast Gohan. I'd say this is one of his best setups right now. Or if you wanted to run yellow, yellow, blue, I'd say that's pretty good as well. But yep, we're moving down from here. It's getting a little bit more watered down. third best red, easily Gotenks. I think Gotenks is getting a lot of glaze. The fact that he still argued best red in the game is still I think Gotenks is one of those third-party characters that can do a lot but isn't always doing much, right? He falls victim to not having any cancel buff effects. He's a Majin Vegeta victim, and not a lot of characters are Majin Vegeta victims, right? You're popping at AoE green, type neutral, you're sniping Gotenks because he doesn't have a cancel buff effect nature. It depends who you're running him with, right? If you have someone that cancels buffs from the outside, then bada bing, bada boom, he's saved. Most of the time, you're not. He's got great Vanish Restore. He's got great combo potential. He can nullify endurance when you're popping main. Fades, great character overall, but no blast armor definitely does cuck him. Team nature, he has good team, so fusions, hybrid Saiyans, and I guess Majin Buu Saga with like Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That team is still cracked. So it's not like I'm trying to slander him, but I do think you're seeing overall better effectiveness from the top, these other reds in the game right now that are just doing more, have better teams and whatnot. But Gotenks, no sleeper. I think he pairs along insanely good with the new IT Goku if you want to just a super toxic Vanish Restore build where you're, constantly vanishing, obtaining green cards, IT, AoE green, Vanish Restore. It's a very similar kind of synergistic squad here, whether you want to have this guy third party. Gotenk's still really good, but don't think I'll have him above the other two reds. Simply put, the yellow, third best yellow, I think I'm going to easily give it to my boy Goku Black. Completely slandered, underrated. I'm the #1 defender of this character, and he's actually seen even more value so with the new Rose. So not only on Future, not only on God Key, but powerful opponents. There's just such a wide variety of characters you can run this unit on, and his utility value, obviously not really a defense character, has some defense utility, but he is treated like a defense type because he has that typing. He's an offense character. Simply put, he wants to do damage. He's versatile in the damage department. Whether you want to have him on a blast or strike setup, he can do both of those. Blue card hits like an absolute truck, and yeah, he has cancel buff effects and he has a second life, so he has a ton of utility for some of the best units, right? Zamasu, Vegito Blue is still insane. Grunks is really good right now, so it's primarily on future God Key. You could have God Goku as well. Some best partners right there, and yeah, this guy's really good. It's just, say reds are really dominant, but you're literally running these guys on the same team. Don't sleep on Goku Black. Don't let anyone tell you the unit is bad, because he's definitely not. Third best green in the game right now. I feel like this is a crazy arguable. I don't know why I just skipped purple, but yeah, I feel like Vegito is argued not even third best green right now, which is insane to me. There's another contender right now. I'm just gonna slap them both on the list at the same time, so I can talk about them both at the same time. But Goku Black Rose with his platinum equip also has made a ridiculous resurgence. I will still have Vegito above Goku Black, just for utility, individual reasons. You know, this guy's really good right now from a team perspective, where you're trying to burn out Beast Gohan's unique gauge. You know, if you want to burn that, you can. He has extra ultimates. His actually equipment bypasses the Covernal, or the Covernal bypasses the Beast thing, because it's uncancelable, so that's really cool as well. Whatever you want to do, whether you want to use up that gauge or you want to hit Beast Gohan as well, you're able to rush him with this Ultra Black. But really great gauge. I think it takes a little bit, you know, obviously for him to ramp up and get going, but the Paralyze, really great utilities. I will still have to give it overall to Vegito. It's not even that much of a difference. If you wanted to do this, I can definitely see this. They're really on the same tier right now. I just do think that Vegito's a lot more toxic in the combo extension department. So whether you want to use him to extend, to swap into another character that's going to finish the deal, is something Vegito is very good at doing. So he is just, you know, simply put, he is basically like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Just green card, insanely long combo, and whatnot. It's the only time you're not having that happens when you're fighting a unit like Beast or increasing arts costs and all that jazz, but it's a pretty diverse meta. You're not actually seeing Beast in every game, despite him being the best unit in the game. You have a lot of these other team dynamics popping up. Best team in the game doesn't even feature the best unit, so arguable best character, green red best team. I think Vegito is still holding up a great flame. If you wanted to do this, I can't be mad at you. I have more trouble fighting Vegito than I do Rose, because of just how annoying he is, right? He sets me up in a position for where the opponent's able to swap and finish the deal with another character, whereas Rose, you kind of predict what's going to happen, where he's going to try to snipe with the blue card, he's going to try to finish things off with ultimate, whatever you have to tank. Still great. I just feel like Vegito is much more prominent. More setups as well. You know, literally same taggings, right? God Key, Future. This guy's got Fusion Warriors, though. This guy's got powerful opponents. I'm still going to give the slightest of edge to Vegito. And that's just me personally. I don't think I want to specify it's not that big of a gap. Third best blue is going to be between Sword of Hope Trunks and Super Gogeta. I will easily give this to Sword of Hope, though, because of the Hybrid Saiyans Future thing. Team-wise, this guy just clears right now. I think Hybrids and Future, even Vegeta Clan, all insanely top. Great options. This guy holding it down with his platinum equipment. His platinum equipment also able to bypass the Beast Gauge, which I find really cool. Tank, damage dealer, team dynamics, pretty good color to stop the red dominance. Dude, Sword of Hope is definitely holding it down for the crew. Let's get back into purples right here, though. Dude, I think I'm going to have to go with Ultimate Gohan. I'm going to be honest. Let's take a look at our roster of what the best purples are right now. So, purples, I mean, we got this guy, but he's definitely fodder. We have Garlic, who I'd probably add on the list. We got G4. Yeah, purples are down horrendous. Golden Frieza. Cell, dude, how can I forget? Bro, Cell. Top. Bro, fact that people have this unit in the top 10 range, hysterical. It's like Super Trunks right now. These units, I actually see Super Trunks doing better than Cell, but dude, the Cell Glaze was on top day one. Like, this unit was like a messiah, right? Green dominance, all hybrids, all Saiyans. You would think this unit's gonna come in with flying colors and just annihilate everything. Sorry, bro. This dude is just existing, and he's a bug that's gonna get squashed. It's just how it is. Can I put him above Ultimate Gohan? You can. Would I personally do it? I'm sorry, bro. I just wouldn't. I just would not. I'd rather have Ultimate Gohan any day of the week. The Vanish Restore, the team options are that much more versatile. You're having this guy on Hybrid Saiyans, you're having him on a Majin Buu Saga, you're having him on Sun Family with every single one of these top partners. I'm sorry, but the cake overall, you know, obviously you'll probably see some more individual damage value from Cell in some niche moments, and even that, like, you have to be in a really niche settings to swap in and nuke with the blue card or whatever ultimate. This guy cancels buff effects, he has endurance, he probably is still capable of doing that cursed damage. You know, he is a Hybrid Saiyans. Hybrid Saiyans are known to be cursed characters. Hybrid equips, pure hybrid equips go crazy. I'm gonna put the third best purple right now as Cell. I'm just going to give Cell his chips there. You know, people are probably going to call me crazy having Ultimate Gohan before Cell, but it's just 1 + 1 = 2. Acceptance is first. Proud mode, standard mode, team options. You're seeing more individual and utility overall value from this character than you're seeing the one-hit wonder Cell on one team. Super glazed. Like, I've seen him on his best setup, and he's triple Zenkai buffed, doing mediocre damage. Unless you're swapping in to do a type neutral blue or even an ult that can just be stopped, buff canceled, whatever it is, Ultimate Gohan just clears any day of the week, and that's just how it is for me personally. But Cell, you know, he can do some stuff. He is anti the best color in the game, and he has some of the best partners with Grunks, Zamasu. That helps, you know, helps him. He should be a lot higher for everything he was given. I just have not been impressed with Cell whatsoever. The Super Saiyan 2 Ultra Gohan being the last green, I'd say you can even argue him above these other two characters right now. Like, you really could. You really could argue them above those other two, but I'm not going to personally. I think Gohan is treated more of like a support third-party character. His individual utility is really insane. His team taggings are always top tier, so whether that's Sun Fam, Hybrid Saiyans, those guys, so like all of this cast right now is stupid. His gauge, his blue card countering everything, his AoE green card, his last man standing capabilities. This guy is still great. Anti-blast armor cards, dude. Simple. That's enough of a reason to have him on here. Everything else is just a cherry on top. These other guys are doing main work, so I do have to put him up there as a little bit more valuable than Gohan, but I will stay green is my perfect list there. Blues, we're going to move over to finishing the blues right now. Probably have Super Gogeta as the 4th best blue in the game. I don't hear enough people talking about him. It might be like a team comp thing. Have this guy more accessible in proud mode or the standard mode. He just feels a little bit tricky, right? You want to run him with Fusion Warrior, so his Fusion Warrior party, this guy, Fusion Warrior is a little bit weird right now. But also movies, right? Beast Gohan, this guy, and then I guess God Goku. It's just weird with his Z ability tag and his Ultra ability. Just does not mesh well with the rest. But his individual roster, right? The lock-in, the multiple ults, the damage potential, the blue card depleting your enemy hand, really great individual utility combo, all that stuff. That dude is really good post-platinum equipment. Also has the ability, I think, to bypass Beast Gauge with the, does he have Mechanical Covenant on his equip? He might, but every one of these guys with the abilities on the equips have been going crazy against Beast Gohan, so I think it is all 3 of these units right now. So his value, from everything that I've seen, his Disrupt is his biggest play. He's got feints on his strikes. I think his ultimate, I could be wrong, but his strikes, RNG, one-hit wonder disrupts, great defense character, and put, you know, he's being glazed to do damage, but he has great comps, so Hybrid Saiyans, Vegeta Clan, I guess Cell Saga is trying to be a tag right now, but nothing insane. You know, the partners are there. He's existing Hybrid Saiyans. He's good. But I have to put him as the next best red because look at our other options here. Who's the next best red after that? Super 17? Broly? Someone I'm missing, bro. There's CMZ. Ugh. Gogeta. See, I knew that I was missing someone. There was some unit I was missing. Gogeta is really good right now. So with his Zenkai, he's definitely being brought to the realms of the top units in the game. So top 15 character right now. Disrupt, go crazy. Partnership with Beast Gohan, go crazy. Fusion Warrior option. Overall, still crazy plays able to be made with his counter ability. So all self-explanatory stuff. His extra ultimate. Nothing insane, but great option to run in the meta right now. I think Gogeta Blue definitely deserves his chips right there, but I will still have him below the Goku Black, which I don't think a lot of you guys are going to agree with me on, but if you know, you know kind of deal, right? It's It's not even close. Like, I wouldn't have him like side by side like that. He's great, but if you guys know about Goku Black, I know most people will still slander the unit. I think he's just better than Gogeta Blue, simply put. The last yellow does seemingly have to be the fusing Gogeta Blue. I think he also gets way too much slander. Let me just double, triple check, because that's crazy. We've reached the point of fodder characters. I wouldn't argue fusing Gogeta Blue in a top 25 sense, but when Turles was the king, right? Him and Turles were just insane partners in the meta, and then Riku's pretty much just glass now, so not a massive fan. One-hit wonder, cancel buff effects, and, you know, insane combo potential, but literally glass. Whereas Gogeta, you know, bypassing unique gauges, pretty cool. Soul Chain, a little bit overhyped on drop, but the potential with him pre-transformed is still high, and then when he does transform, he does have some really solid, not only partners in the game right now, but overall assets, right? So whether you're running him on movies, God Key, Fusion Warriors, he just has loads of more teams than this Riku Sun Family, right? Sun Family movies does exist. He does bypass. You could argue between Riku and Gogeta, but I have grown to know that, dude, Riku is so fodder, it's unbelievable. There's got to be another option, right? Dude, I'd rather run Gogeta or the Blue Boys over Riku any day of the week. Simply put, I'm sorry. It's just how it is, man. That's my personal opinion. We will have the 5th best red go to Mai. I think Mai might be the best red. Strictly Future, and that's it. She's on Future. You could argue CMZ just from a team diversity perspective. Maybe you want to have him here instead of Mai. I think she's a better option on Future, but he does have God Key, Future, and powerful opponents. You know, he's still pretty solid with the lock-in on greens, the type neutral, very decent burst damage potential, but nothing ridiculous. I'd still have Mai over him on Future. Looking at other red options right now, Super 17's old. Definitely want him to be juice. He's not the man he used to be, sadly. Reds, yeah, we're done with the reds, I think. Reds are done. Yellows are done. See, right here, we're getting to fodder. Green has just so many options. We could even keep going past these. None of these options are fodder. Purple, we're going to have to go with Support Vegeta is super, like, unbelievably fodder. Garlic might have it, dude. I want to go with Blue Boys and I want to go with Gogeta, but I think I'm going to go with Garlic, y'all. I don't have Garlic, and I just can respect him. He is partnered up with the best unit in the game, and that's going to give him the stonks that he needs. He's got a couple of regen options with Zamasu, Cell, him, so purple, red right there. Powerful opponents, there's a ton of other powerful opponent units, and then, of course, movies will be his main asset. But if I had to pick between these other guys, these guys are fodder right now. Fodder. This guy can't take a hit to save his life, but I'd still argue Gogeta 4 might be in the top 5 conversation of this. Still gonna give it to you can run him with the best unit in the game. Like, come on, best units in the game with Garlic Jr. over Gogeta 4, who you're not. I mean, you could run him with Zom, but dude, it's just Gogeta 4 is not the man he used to be. You can make this argument, but I won't agree. Just how it is. Pick one of these guys. I'm gonna have to go with Garlic Jr. I said don't even have him to really glaze or be biased or anything like that. I just can respect him over Gogeta 4s currently. And then the last one, I might have to give it to Super Vegito. I didn't want to, but I guess I am kind of underrating him if I don't put him on this list. Just too many top options, whether that's Sun Family, Vegeta Clan, Fusion Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, the guaranteed Rising Rush, good Vanish, restore damage potential, everything, you name it, it still exists right there. This is going to be my top 5 best units of each color. Some interchangeableness over here in the back row, and then maybe, you know, some arguments to be made. But let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the very next one. Stay frosty, and I'm out. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me.